welcome back to the channel. My name is Kale. Today I'll be drawing this really cute dog named Bentley. I hope you'll follow along and draw with me. So grab your pencil and let's get started. And to have your art featured on the next episode, go to kaleidoscopeartclub.com and click on the Submit Your Art button. Okay, so with this dog I'm just going to try to keep it real simple. So we'll start at the head with just a slightly curved line. And then we'll do 2 more curved lines on the sides, coming down to a point. And then starting at the halfway point of that shape, we'll add just another curved horizontal line for the top of the dog's nose and mouth area. Next we'll draw 2 diagonal lines coming down from the sides. Now we'll move on to the bottom of the mouth. So just a slightly curved horizontal line. And then we want to connect the 2 lines on the side. So just round off the corners. Then we can erase our extra lines and move on to the nose. So for the nose, I'm just drawing a sort of a diamond shape. And then we can come in and add the nostrils with just some triangular shapes. And just a little line down to show the split in the upper lip, then the top of the lip, and then 2 curved diagonal lines for the sides of the mouth. And I want to give this dog some pretty big eyes, so I'm just going to draw some half circles. Some of the eye will be hidden behind the top of his mouth. And I'm drawing the dog looking up slightly, so you'll see just a little of the white of the eye on the bottom. So here I'm drawing in the pupil of the eye, and then I'm also including a small circle for the highlight area. For the ear, I'm just tracing a path from the top of the eye, and then I'll just draw a short line, and then 2 diagonal lines, and then curve back up to the top. Next, I'm just adding in a couple of indications of wrinkles. Next, I'm adding in the bottom of the lip, and then I'll move on to the front legs. So just some long curved lines. And then we can move on to the front paws, so just some easy oval shapes. And if you're wondering what the colors are on the left side, those are swatches for my markers. I'll be using markers to color in this dog in a little bit, and those are what will help me pick the color that I want to use. Now I'm moving on to the back legs. So I'm going to have his legs bent like he's sitting down. So I'm just going to do some round corners and then a couple more little oval shapes for his back feet. Now I want to add in a name badge for the dog, and I decided to draw a bone shape, and the name I picked for this dog will be Bentley. I was trying to pick a name and that one just seemed to match. What name would you pick for your dog? Don't forget you can submit your artwork at kaleidoscopeartclub.com. I'd love to see it. Now I'm going to add the ring that the badge will hang on. So I'm just drawing a little circle and then 2 half circles for the loop. And now I'll add in the collar, so just 2 curved lines. And then I'm going to extend the collar just a little bit outside the body. And I want to give the badge a little bit more dimension, so I'm just tracing an extra line around the shape of the bone. And here I'm adding in the indication of a couple more wrinkles. And then we'll add just some curved lines for the toes. And now it's time to give our dog his name. So now that I'm done with my drawing, I can come back in with my eraser and erase most of the line, leaving enough for me to see to be able to go back and trace over it with my sharpie and get ready for coloring. After I'm done tracing my drawing with my Sharpie, I'm ready to start coloring. I decided to go with yellow for my dog, so I'm going to have 3 different yellow colors, a light yellow, a medium yellow, and a dark yellow. So I'm starting out with the light yellow. I'm going to fill in the whole body, and then I'll come back with my darker yellows and start adding the shading. And here I'm switching to the smaller side of my marker so that I can get into some of these smaller areas. Here I'll add just a little bit of pink for his bottom lip. Now I'm coming in with my medium yellow marker just to start adding in some of the shadows. Now I'm using my darkest yellow for the dark shadows. And for this drawing, I'm imagining that the light is shining from the top and from the front, so the shadows will be mostly on the sides and on the bottom of the shapes. And now I'll start with his eyes, and I've decided to color his eyes brown. And here I'm just adding in a little bit of gray to his eyes, because even the white area of eyes have a little bit of shadow on them. And then I'll move on to coloring in his name badge. And for his name badge, I want it to look a little bit metallic, so I'm going with a light gray color. And finally, I'll move on to his collar. And for his collar, I went with blue. So I'm going to use a light blue first to fill in the collar, and then I'll come back in with a darker blue for the shadows. So here's our final drawing. And that brings us to the end of another episode. Please remember to click that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when another video like this one comes out. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.